Welcome to T-Boys TV. We are back again with another Hatter Show, obviously episode 140. So again, it's another landmark in that sense. But yeah, obviously we're back again. We are obviously playing again on Saturday. We are taking on Bournemouth away, which again it's going to be an interesting one. Obviously they are on some good form. Obviously, there will be high flying from their last game. Obviously, a very good victory away at Old Trafford. Could have been more, if we're being honest. But obviously, we're taking them on away. Now, yeah, it's all interesting. Obviously, last time out, when I spoke about it, I was saying, we haven't beaten them since Red Drewsville, but it was only 2 games ago. Obviously, the last game was that very good 3-2. Obviously check out the reels, the everything on TikTok regarding that. And in the game before that, we narrowly lost. I remember a bit of it. First half we were pretty poor, and second half we were good. We were actually unlucky not to get something at the time. But yeah, obviously they were in the championship. But yeah, like always, going into this, I'm joined with my dad. How are we, Dad?
Yeah, all good, mate. Hope you're cool.
Yeah, I'm all good. Hope you're good. But big up to Chris as well. Big up to yourself. Yeah, we're all good, mate. Hope you are well as well. I've tried to go live on Instagram as well because you can do that now. So I don't know if I'm actually on there. Hopefully I am. But if I'm not, it's not too deep because either way we'll post our score predictions and that on there. But yeah, Bournemouth, like I say, bit of insight going into it like we always do. Also, unfortunately, I haven't managed to get a Bournemouth fan on for this, so it will just be us. But yeah, like I say, a bit of insight going into it. Bournemouth have won just one of their last 6 league games against Luton, drawing 2, losing 3, beating them 2-1 at home in September 2021, which is the game I was on about. This is the first ever top flight meeting between the sides. Luton Town have won 2 of their last 3 league games against Bournemouth, losing 1, as many as they had in their previous 10, drawing 4 and losing 4. Bournemouth are unbeaten in their 6 Premier League games against promoted sides since their return to the division last season, winning 4, drawing 2, winning each of the last 3 in a row. And then Bournemouth earned 16 points over their last 7 Premier League games, winning 5, drawing 1, losing 1, having been winless in 13 before this, drawing 2, losing 10, since and including their first game in this run in October. Only Liverpool, with 17, have earned more Premier League points than the Cherries. Bournemouth have won 2-0 against Crystal Palace and 3-0 against Manchester United in their last 2 Premier League games. They last won more consecutively in August 2018, which was 4, while they've never won 3 in a row without conceding in top flight. So there is quite a few, stats there that actually do favour us, especially the first 2. And the 5th one, in a way, at the end where it says, while they've never won 3 in a row without conceding. So, if you're going to predict the game, you'd at least score based on that. But, yeah, it's still going to be a very difficult game. Like I say, preview going into it, more on the opposition and what Rob Edwards has said. Team news is looking very good, by the way, for this game. A huge Premier League fixture awaits Luton Town in a hunt for survival as we travel south to the Vitality Stadium to face Bournemouth. Rob Edwards' side finished last week with their heads held high after tough fixtures against Arsenal and Manchester City. The Hatters will now be looking for points before the new year. The Cherries have been the most informed side in the Premier League with 13 points gained from their last 5 games, including a dominant win at Old Trafford, like I said. A bit more about the opposition. Their manager, Irola, I can never say this guy's name. This summer was obviously coming this summer after Gary O'Neill steered the Cherries to Premier League safety in their return to the top flight. His side have earned 16 points over their last 7 Premier League games, having been winless in 13 before this, like I said. Bournemouth have kept clean sheets in both their last 2 Premier League games, but they have never won 3 in a row, like I say. Solanke has scored 4 goals in his last 5 Premier League games. However, Bournemouth's number 9 has never scored in consecutive top flight appearances. And then the Cherries have won just 1 of their last 6 league games against the Hatters, like I say. But yeah, team news going into it is very good. It's very positive. Chio is back. Obviously, he wasn't in the Man City game. was thinking, oh, what's going on here? But it's nothing serious, which I did think it probably won't be. Osho's back as well, so again, that's good. When we get into the lineup, you know, you're going to see that we're going to have a lot more options now. Obviously Anderson's back as well. Didn't quite feature last week, but he's back as well as an option. And Kawore's back as well. So yeah, and then obviously Nakamba picked up his fifth yellow, like I said, like we said the other day, so he will not be in this one. And also Anderson played 60 minutes in the Premier League Cup, for obviously the youth under 21s the other day, and I see quite a few of our, first team players were in that. Tim Krul was in goal as well. 2-1 defeat, and it was actually streamed on YouTube. I did watch a little bit of it, and to be fair, I didn't think we were too bad. I thought we were quite unlucky, if I'm being honest. Obviously, the last meeting, I'm gonna go back to it again. We took all 3 points in the 97th minute against promotion chasing Bournemouth in January 2022 at Kenilworth Road. A Lloyd Kelly own goal and a screamer from Alan Campbell gave the Hatters a 2-goal cushion at half time. And then Masondes Rogers clawed the game back for the Cherries before Naismith scored an iconic winner in dying seconds of the game. Yeah, like the Naismith goal was obviously the most spoken about because it won the game. It's right at the end. But, even Campbell's goal that game was phenomenal. That was, I think every goal in that game was really good. Obviously the first goal was a bit, scrappy, but we'll take it. But like all the others, I thought were good. Theirs were good build-up play and that sort of thing. And I believe at that time they were top of the league as well, if I remember correctly. Obviously, last time out, a defeat to Man City. Officials going into it, Simon Hooper. This ain't really great because this guy's had a bit of a shit show, if we're being honest, this season. The Liverpool-Tottenham game, you saw what happened there. The Man City-Tottenham game a couple of weeks ago as well. So it's going to be interesting, but the last time he actually was a manager for us, referee for us, was the second leg against Sunderland. And to be fair, I can't really remember too much wrong in that. So, at the same time, we've got to do our job as well. Assistant referees, Adrian Holmes and Simon Long. Fourth official, James Linington. VAR, David Coop. And assistant VAR, Timothy Wood. So that's all of the insight going into it. After saying all that, Dad, how are you feeling going into this one?
I definitely feel this is a game that we can get points from. We've played them recently over the years. They've got a core of the squad that we've played recently as well. Like Solanke, and a few other players that they had then, and we played against. We've changed quite a few players since then. Both similar size grounds, so I think we can use that to our advantage. So yeah, I believe that we can definitely get something out of this game. They're in form, but we haven't been playing too badly recently. We've had some tough games, so yeah, and then we do need to start picking up points as well. So this is one of the games that you target, regardless of form or whatever. At the beginning of the season, you'd definitely target this game to get points from. So yeah.
Yeah, especially the fact, like you say, we played them recently as well, And to be fair, even like a couple of weeks ago when we were looking at the games coming up, you sort of take Arsenal, Man City as free hits in a way. And then these are the sort of ones, especially this one and Sheffield United, for me, are the ones you proper look at. But credit to Bournemouth, since the manager did have a bit of pressure on him, and then he started getting results. So, credit to him. Even last season, a lot of people said they'd go down, and they managed to survive. And like I said, it was pretty comfortable in the end. So it's a fair play. But yeah, I do agree. I do agree as well in the sense of the ground thing can factor us for sure. And to be fair, the games I can think of, especially since I've obviously proper watched Luton, they've been pretty tight games at their ground.
Mm-hmm.
Like I say, when we lost 2-1, we were very unlucky in the second half. First half, we weren't great, but second half, we were actually unlucky. And I remember a lot of their fans come out that saying we probably deserved at least a point. And then obviously the Drewsbury goal before that. Granted, there was no fans, but still, that was a massive win at that time as well. So it's going to be interesting for sure. But yeah, let's go through some comments. Chris says, fair play to Bournemouth. There were questions about sacking O'Neill. Started poorly this season, turned it round. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Injuries that are coming back, yeah, exactly, will be massive. And we are going to get onto the lineup now. So, yeah, as for me, like I say, I had a little think beforehand, like we obviously do. And there's a lot of good options back defensively. So I'm going to go obviously Kaminsky in goal, of course. Like I said earlier, I could see Krul, still getting minutes under his belt. Obviously for the under-21s, and obviously we've got Bolton in the FA Cup soon. I believe he will most likely play in that. And in the back three, I'm going to go Menji, Lockyer, and obviously Osho's back, so you've got to go with him for me. In this one, we know it's not ideal to put Bell as a left centre back. I'm going to go over to the wing backs. I'm going to go with on the left. I'm going to go Doughty. I'm going to put Bell on the bench for this one, and that's what I mean. We've got them options to do that. And then obviously I'm going to go Kabore on the right because he is our only actual right wing back. So yeah, and then the two CDMs, I'm going to go with two CDMs. Obviously, it can't be Nakamba. I am going to go with. I'm going to go Barkley and Lokonga. I did say, on the last Hatter show, I feel it will be them two, especially with Lokonga getting a bit of a run out. We're not going to quite move Ross Barkley higher yet, especially with this game being away from home as well. I'm going to say Barkley and Lokonga. And then obviously I'm going to do it like this, obviously, where it's like one up there and then two like that. So I'm going to say it is, for me, I'm going to go Townsend on the right. And then I'm going to go with, I'm going to go Brown. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to go Chio. I'm going to go Chio, actually. Obviously, he's back for this one, like I said. And then up front, I'm going to go with Elijah in this one. I'm going to put Brown on the bench for this one. And looking at that, that's a good lineup. Not to say we've got the options back. A lot of them, obviously, defensively, even players like Anderson. We've got him, hopefully, depending on how the game's going, he comes on and gets a run out because you don't want to rush him into things, especially if we're in a decent lead, that sort of thing. But yeah, I think that's pretty solid squad going into this game. Any changes you'd make, Dad?
Yeah, I'll get mine up. Mine's basically exactly the same, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Is that there?
Yeah, it's just come up now. There you go.
So obviously Kaminsky, Osho, Lockyer, Menji at the back, Doughty, Kabore, wing backs, Barkley and Lokonga, and then Townsend, Elijah. But I've got Brown starting instead of Chio, because I think I did read that he's fit, but he's not 100%. So I'm thinking he'll just go on the bench.
Yeah, would make sense.
And Brown was really good in the last game in that position as well. So yeah, basically the same as yours. To be fair, so
yeah, no, absolutely. Big up to Harry in the chat, man. Big up. Obviously, it was his birthday the other day. He says, thank God you guys are on tonight. Good show as always, anyway, and usually tune in whenever free, but especially tonight when there's nothing to do. Big up to yourselves. Big up to yourself, mate. Appreciate you tuning in, regularly and that sort of thing. He also says, tough game. Even though Bournemouth have been good, maybe it is their time to slip up against you guys. A draw would be a great result. Teams like Villa and others struggle away. Yeah, exactly. That's another thing. Villa went there a couple of weeks ago and drew 2-2. So, even Newcastle lost there as well. So it is a game that I probably would take a draw in, to be honest. Especially, like I say, recent times we've gone there. Obviously, yeah, like I say, we won 1-0, but the one where we lost 2-1, we were very lucky not to get something. But we need to start picking up points now. It's getting to that stage, especially with Everton are currently the ones above us. Maybe they are in a false position because they did start off very well, but at the same time, they are the ones above us, and they keep picking up points and that sort of thing. And that sort of thing. And I think the closest team to us after that is Forest, if I'm correct. Obviously, they're playing tonight, so hopefully Tottenham do their part in that sense. But yeah, anything you want to add on that comment, Dad?
No, it will be it'll be a close game. But yeah, I agree. A draw would be a decent result. Obviously, we're hoping for more. We want more,
Yeah,
and I say we can get more. So that I wouldn't rule that out. But yeah,
yeah, no, absolutely, I agree with that. Is that time, Dad? So we're saying we would take a draw. Obviously, you sound like you're pretty confident. How do you see this game going away at the Vitality Stadium?
yeah. I think this is the time where we've got a lot of confidence from our recent performances, and we just got to turn it up. We can't be doing what we've done against Brentford. It's definitely not, and we need to be a bit braver basically, and go for it a little bit more, especially on that smaller pitch, which is similar to us, as I said. So the atmosphere is not going to bother us at all. And we've played there recently. A few of the lads have played there before, things like that. So I think that's going to be an advantage to us. And I'm going to go for a. Do you know what? I'm going to go for a 2-2 draw.
Take that. I would take that away at their ground. As for me, my score prediction, I was flickering between one or two things. Like I say, Bournemouth are on form, but again, like I say, we've had that experience of playing there recently. We need to start picking up points at some point. Like I said earlier, obviously we looked at this game and the Sheffield United game. The game's coming up till the new year to, mainly aim at to try and get something because we believe them teams will be in and around us. So I don't know. I was flickering between a 1-1 draw, but I think I am going to unfortunately go over 2-1 defeat. I do definitely believe we'll score. I don't know. I just maybe see them edging it, but I hope I'm wrong. So that's how I see it. Big up to Geordie. Says, "Away the lads. Big up yourself. Unlucky to you guys. Obviously, you unfortunately got knocked out of Europe. I did watch it. It was a good game. It was a good game. Maybe if you pressed the circle button / the B button before they got the second, and it might have been a different story. But to even get there in the first place is phenomenal. And then obviously, I guarantee you'll be tuning in next week. Obviously, we've got Newcastle after at home, so it's going to be interesting. Bournemouth got some winning momentum, I guess. Smash United in the Theatre of Dreams. It'd be a good match for you. 1-1 draw. Geordie's gone with. Yeah, like I say, I'll take that. Take that definitely. Chris has also gone for a 1-1 as well. So yeah, there we go. Yeah, it will. Hopefully, that would be very nice, and then we can just shut the people up that said all that. Because the thing is, if we win, say right, we are where we are now, and then we win, we will overtake that 11 points that we weren't going to get. So that would be nice. But yeah, we'll see. Newcastle should still be proud. They had a group of mix, but yeah, exactly. Their group was very hard as well, to be honest. Big up to Jackie as well. She says, "Hi, Ty, Daz. I'm hoping for a 2-1 win."
Edging towards that, I wouldn't be surprised. It's not. I think we've definitely got the capability of beating them 100%, whether they're in form, and that's what he's noticed. Certain teams he thought might struggle, and this, that, and the other, they're putting runs together, and they're not like got exceptional squads or anything. And I think it happens, and I think we're due to do that. I think we could go on a little run, but starting it, they are a bit of a bogey team for us in certain ways. They've actually, when we got that 30-point deduction, they got a 17-point deduction, but they managed to obviously get out of it and then climb up through the league, similar to what Luton done with Eddie Howe. And so it is a similar storyline as well. So I just think that's why I'm edging more towards a draw. But I know we need to pick up points. So if they've got any off day in them and we're at it, I think we can beat them definitely.
Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah, facts. We've got Chelsea soon as well. That will be the next watch along as it stands as well. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. But we've said it. And hopefully we do it. We said we will do a top 6 side. Obviously, at home, we've only got Man United and Chelsea left, and they're the 2 worst ones right now. So you'd think it'd be against one of them, but we'll see. We'll see with that. Harry says people who said ludicrous things about Luton and the whole points thing, they need their heads testing. Honestly, people don't realise how good you are at home, especially making it hard for teams. Exactly, mate. Exactly. A lot of people are saying, I've seen a lot of people, say, not necessarily people that said the stupid stuff at the start, but people as the weeks have gone by, you guys will stay up, you play like that and that sort of thing. And every game's been, tight at home. There might be the one odd game. Well, I don't know. I thought it'd be against Man City if it's going to be against anyone, and they didn't, pummel us like we thought maybe they might because it's Man City. But I don't know. It might happen once. Obviously, away, it's going to happen. We just got to be realistic because who doesn't get battered at either Anfield, Etihad, whatever, But yeah, it's just mad, people saying that. And in a lot of games, we've been unlucky, to be fair. Even at the start of the season when we were still, adapting, I thought West Ham, we were unlucky not to get a point. I thought Wolves, we were unlucky not to get 3 points. There's been a few of them. So, yeah. Yeah, exactly. Liverpool game as well. Very unlucky not to win that, So, it was one of them. You definitely beat Chelsea, in my opinion. 2-0 Luton. Yeah, I'll take that all day long, mate. Take that all day. We need to get revenge on them. Well, I keep saying it every time we play them, but we do. After the FA Cup 3-2, obviously the 3-0 was still early on, so we're sort of gelling sort of thing. But at home, mate, it's gonna be different. And also with that game, it is a 12:30 kickoff, so we know them ones can be. If the crowd are up for it, which they will be, that can factor us as well, definitely. So yeah, that is that. But Dad, it's been a bit of a shorter one. But obviously, it was a quick preview. Any final things you'd like to say about anything?
Yeah, I'll probably potentially might miss some of the game or the game tomorrow because I'm going to London to see my friend who I haven't seen for a while. So potentially might not have that's when we come to do the ratings now. But we'll see. We'll see. I'll obviously be keeping tabs on it as much as I can do. And yeah, goal scorers for me. I think Doughty's going to get his first goal. And I'm going to go with a Barkley banger for us.
Fair enough. I'm going to go Barkley as well. Obviously, I said we'd get one goal. So I'll go Ross Barkley again. And yeah, that is that. As for me, I'll probably do a vlog from home. Then as the weeks come on, we'll be back again in person doing them. Newcastle will be doing one together again. I'm sure Geordie will be tuning into that, definitely. And then obviously we've got a big one planned for Sheffield United. And yeah, that sort of thing as well. So do tune into that. And then obviously what we'll do as well, when we play, once we played Newcastle, we'll do a match reaction the day after, and then we'll do a preview as well to Sheffield United because obviously it's Christmas the next day. So, obviously we'll celebrate that and that sort of thing. And then obviously, yeah, like I say, we'll be doing another vlog from home, Sheffield United, but it's going to be a bit of a special one. So it's going to be good. But yeah, big up to everyone that's tuned in. Obviously, I did go live on Instagram. I don't think I'm live on it now. I had a little play around with it because it said you can go live on that as well. So I thought I'd try that out. But make sure you are following that if you're not already. Obviously, link to that is in the description. Obviously, follow the other Instagram and follow all the other social medias as well. And Twitch, TikTok as well. And all of that. The other channel, new subscriber on the other channel as well the other day. So big up to yourself for that. And yeah. I'll say I'll be back again tomorrow with a vlog from home from this game just by myself tomorrow. And then, yeah, we'll be back again. We'll probably do a reaction on Monday to this. And then we'll do Newcastle. Newcastle, I believe, is a Saturday again, as far as I'm aware. Yeah. So we'll I know it's definitely a 3 o'clock game. So we'll do that the day before again. So yeah. Big up to everyone who's tuned in. Like I say, smash a like if you haven't already. We are currently on 9 likes. So smash that like button if you haven't already. Again, I know a lot of people watch this back on playback as well. And also a lot of people did watch the preview with Big Steve and a few new subscribers from that as well. So do appreciate that. And yeah, like I say, obviously subscribe to this channel as well if you haven't already. We are currently on 1,855 subscribers. So it's jumped up quite a bit. So big up to yourselves for that. I'll say do subscribe to the other channel, turn on the notification bell for that as well. Follow me across all the socials. And yeah, until tomorrow with a vlog from home, I will see you in a bit. And my dad will see you on Monday for a reaction. So until then, take care and peace. Hopefully, you get something at least.